So as you can see, my contact information is here, and we will go ahead and get started. Thanks, everyone. So National Care Dental is the product I'm talking about today. It is an association product, just so you know, and the association is the National Small Business Association. And I'll get into all that offers in a few slides ahead here. This product is available, and this association is available in almost all the states except, and there's just a little handful, Alaska, Hawaii, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New York, South Dakota, Vermont, and Washington. Also, it's not available in Puerto Rico. So no surprise with some of those states, they do have some pretty strict guidelines. The plan is actually one plan with 3 benefit banks available. So all 3 benefit banks work exactly the same. So there is preventative is covered at 100%, and they waive that deductible. There's no waiting period on preventative. And you can see basic care is covered with also no waiting period. And the coinsurance is 80-20. So the plan will pick up the 80 and you take care of the 20%. This basic care, includes things like your full mouth x-rays, sealants, space maintainers for ones under 16 years old, fillings, and just simple extractions. Now, there is a $50 deductible per person, and it maxes out at $150 for a family on that deductible. And then, of course, major care will have a 12-month wait and will cover 50% of the cost. And that is going to be things like oral surgery, implants, crowns, crown repair, endodontics, periodontics, and as you can see, even denture repair and dentures and a bridge. So the unique feature about this, and I'll just say this as a caveat, they will waive the waiting if you can show that you had continuous coverage that's credible. And so there is a form that you would give to your client if that were the case. So this is really what the form is, what it looks like, and the guidelines. And if they're able to meet those guidelines, as you can see, it has to be on a PPO with a maximum allowable charge plan, a minimum yearly benefit of $1,000, and some similar co-insurances, the nationwide plan. Must be submitted on the carrier letterhead. So maybe it was a Delta Dental plan, then we have to have that on the Delta Dental letterhead. And start and end date. Once it's verified, what they'll do is they will give you credit for the months that you had that coverage. Maybe you had it for 8 months, then you would get the 8 months credit. Maybe you had it for 12 months, then you would go ahead and get that 12 months credit. So the network, what is the network here? So the network is the Maximum Care PPO network, which includes Dentamax, Carrington, and Connection Dental. There are out-of-network dentists that will also be paid based off of the MAC fees. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's not like they won't be paid if you're out of network. It's just that the fees will be probably a little higher. So let's take a look at the rates here. And again, the rates are for all genders, all ages, and there's 4 categories, and then each benefit bank will show you what each category is. So if you have a member and a spouse and you're going for the $3,000 plan, your rate is going to be the $99. Baked into that, into these rates, is the National Small Business Association fee. That is $3. So that's already baked into there. They don't separate that out. You can see there's a divider here. There is a standalone vision plan as well, which is nice, and I'll show you that here in the next few slides. This is also available to work sites, so you can take it to employer groups and use this form to set that up, and they can be list billed. So if you have small employers that want to maybe offer their employees some dental, this is a great plan to offer. Kind of like that cafeteria, if you're offering those, benefits, they can go ahead and get this set up for that particular group. So a little bit about the National Small Business Association. As you can see, they are going to be discounts and some rewards and perks, things like vision and RX, hearing, travel, some of the things that you would expect to see in an association, entertainment, restaurants, health and wellness, beauty and spa, and all those really fun little things that you don't think about using. But the website to learn more about this membership is www.nsba.net. So if you want to just take a closer look at what that membership's all about, and you as an agent may be interested in purchasing this plan. You're a national small business owner because you're an agent, so you're going to get all of these perks as well. So this is the National Small Business Association. And as I mentioned, these are some of the things that go in with this. And just so you all know, after this webinar, I will send these slides out to you. You can then use them to explain the plan to your clients and that sort of thing, or perhaps you have agents you want to recruit under you or whatever that may be. So let's look at some of the FAQs. And these would be just questions that you may be asked by a client about the waiting period. And I mentioned they would waive that depending on if they had creditable coverage, continuous coverage, and you can read that form that will be enclosed with this as well. So who's eligible? Anyone 18 or older in those approved states, which it was a big list. You can request coverage for your dependents. It's going to follow the ACA guidelines. So that would be a dependent up to age 26. Do I have coverage if I travel outside the state I live in? The answer is yes. And are your rates, and are your rates guaranteed? You will receive a 30-day notice if there's going to be any changes. And then a little bit more about the network, which I have explained. If you have any questions on that, again, I will address those questions here as we wrap up the webinar. Some more, how do I submit the claims? And if I cancel my policy, hopefully you won't do that. And where does that go? So you can see right down here, this is the contact information of National Care Dental. There would be insurance cards, ID cards that are shipped usually within about 7 to 10 days after you do enroll somebody. There is an enrollment link. So this is a digital type of plan, which is really nice, makes it easy for you, the agent, to send that link in an email and get your clients. You can explain the different benefit banks and they can select which one they would like to take a closer look at. As I mentioned, National Care has a vision plan that they cooperate with. This can be purchased as a standalone. It is a standalone, really. It's not baked into the dental plan. So if you have clients that are looking to add a vision plan, then let's take a look at why this might be a good one. It is VSP, and that's a pretty widely accepted network, at least here in Michigan. I know in other states it is too. So as long as you're using the network, some of the charges, the allowable charges and the benefits will be covered to that amount. It'll work the same way if you're using a vision provider outside of that network. So let's take a look here. This is the product details. Now it states right here, states Florida and Oregon are on the next page. I did not include those. If you do sell in those states, let me know. I will send that out to you. So it does cover an exam, and there is a copay of $10. And that exam is once every 12 months. So if you need contact lenses, that's going to be once every 12 months. And for frames, they're going to do it every 24 months. So that well vision exam, again, is a $10 copay. A non-participating provider is $45. So it states that it's after the exam copay. So that turns out to be $55. So for the contact lenses, you'll receive an additional 15%. And then you can see the lenses. There are several different types of lenses and some of the cost provided here in this participating provider category. You can see that. So just a few of the frequently asked questions for the vision. And there is no waiting period for vision. You can go ahead once you have that plan and you have an effective date, you can go ahead and then just, make your appointment and go get your exam. So there are no ID cards necessary. You will get sort of a welcome email, and you'll have information in that email, including phone numbers to verify eligibility and that sort of thing. You can see contact information down here if and when you want to cancel that policy, and then submitting claims information there. So additional discounts, because it is part of an association, they're also providing additional discounts on, your frames. And that's $150, again, biannual allotment for your frames that you can use. And just some member extras. They do offer hearing aids as well. And it states right here that it's up to 60% on brand name hearing aids. I know those can get quite costly in the thousands. So it would be nice to have a great big discount of 60% if you're looking at the higher end hearing aids. And then just the Healthy Vision Association and what all you'll get in being part of that membership and what it goes towards. Things, again, like you already probably know that things like hotels and car rentals and things like that are typical add-ons for associations. And then again, we have additional discount programs you can partake in. So that's really all there is to this. Dental isn't super robust. It is what it is. The language is straightforward and that sort of thing. So I want to just open it up to see if we have any questions. So let's see right here. Do we have any questions? Dwayne, I see your comments here, so I appreciate that. I wish I would have looked at that a little sooner. As I mentioned, I will be providing the slides to you so you can go ahead and take a look through them. If I don't hear from you today, you will be hearing from me. If not today, for sure by Monday. We would love to get you appointed and up and running. This is a great plan for many reasons. It's pretty wide in the benefit banks. Again, the three benefit banks are the 1,500, the 3,000, and then the 3,000 plus the $2,000 buy-up. So that makes it a very large benefit bank. So again, can you double this if you have existing coverage? So that's a great question, Melanie. The answer to that is yes. You can double up on all dental benefits. Now, how it's determined is based off the coordinating of the benefits is determined if it's a group plan you have as your primary, is it Medicare? So it's going to be different from carrier to carrier who they're going to use as primary and that sort of thing. But good question. And yes, you can. And that's always been the case with dental. You can stack them up. I actually purchased a standalone dental benefit myself, and I am part of a group plan through my husband's company. So I have 2 dental plans. I did that for one purpose. I knew I was going to need some work, some crown work, and I know how expensive that is. So I stay tuned. I'll let you know. I've got an appointment in March for this, and I will let you know how it works out. But I am hoping for the best discounts, and I'll let you know if it was worth it. So any other questions? And if you're asking too, can you double up if you have a Med Advantage plan? So let's just take that for example. There's a built-in, in Med Advantage plans, mostly it's built-in preventative. Some plans now have buy-ups, and that's really nice. But let's just say you have just strictly the built-in, let's say it's a plan, and basically they work off a reimbursement. It would make this the primary. I'm not sure how they would use it as continuous coverage, because I'm not sure how they would look at that as being equal coverage, since it's just preventative. But so that means they probably wouldn't waive the 12 months. However, you could stack this with that plan, do a 3,000 plus the 2,000 buy up if you knew you were going to need dentures or a bridge or something like that, and that would work just fine. So that's a good question, and just kind of keep that in mind for your Med Advantage, and of course your Med Sup clients. You know, you're always going to want to present a dental plan. And the way I would recommend showing it is not asking the question, but basically saying, here's your Med Sup, this is the premium, this is how it works, and this would be your dental plan as well as your prescription drug plan. So they understand that you're covering them, you know, from A to Z. They have full coverage. They're going to know they have their prescription drugs, if they need dental, vision, and hearing, and obviously their medical. So these are just some things to keep in mind. Any other questions? Well, I'm not seeing anything come in. So I appreciate everybody's time today. My apologies on the first few slides. If you weren't able to see them, again, I will go ahead and I will forward you the PowerPoint so you can see them. My talking points will also be in the note field portion of the PowerPoint, but call me after you receive it if you want to add some more notes to it yourself. So with that being said, I am going to give you back your rest of your day. And oh, looks like, wait a minute, maybe I have a chat. Nope, that was up to all. Anyway, so everybody take care, have a great weekend. If you're in Michigan, which it looks like you are, be safe. It's kind of some crazy weather, and we will talk soon. Have a good day.